Good morning and welcome back to Russell Does Stuff. My name is Russell and welcome to my YouTube channel. I work 6 hours on Monday, 6 hours on Tuesday, and for the next 2 weeks I have off. If I have any extra work, I'll schedule it sometime during that time and I'll take care of it. This video is about the early system. This is a system that I've been using to live my life for the last 14 years. This system, I first heard about it when I was 14 or 15 years old. I had a 4-H leader named Don, and he came over to pick me up early in the morning. We were going to judge livestock somewhere far, far away from my parents' house in the middle of Florida. And I came outside exactly around the time he said he wanted to pick me up. I shut the door behind me, I get in the vehicle, and he's looking at me. I don't understand why he's giving me the stink eye. Before we left the driveway, he explained to me that he was not happy with me. I didn't understand why. I said, "It's 5 o'clock. I'm outside. I'm here. I'm ready to go." He said, "No, you have it all backwards, boy. If you're early, you're on time." He expected me to be out front waiting for him. Okay, that showed respect, that I cared, that I was responsible, etc. He shouldn't be waiting on me. Okay, I should be waiting on him. You're on time, you're late. And I agree 100% with that. If you're late, you're left. He taught me something that morning. I had a long time to think about it, but I didn't implement anything he said until 14 years ago. And Greg, if you're listening, I'll try to keep my math correct. I'm left-handed. I have a hard time with numbers and names, and that's a long story. So, when I decided to implement the lesson that I was taught, it changed my life. Pay off your debt early. Pay your phone bill early. Pay your car payment early. Pay your car off early. Pay everything that you owe to people off early. I preach that to Mama Bear. She does my books. Well, the phone bill isn't due until the 6th. There's no better time than the present to pay that phone bill off. Let's do it. We just went on a trip. We put the trips on my credit card. As soon as I get home, I want to pay the credit card off. I don't want to wait till the end of the month. Well, we'll pay that off at the end of the month. No, let's do it early. If you do things early, you're ahead of the game. We went to dinner last night with some friends of ours, and he asked me, "Hey, when did you get here?" I got here early because that's how I roll. That has made the biggest impact on my life, doing things early. Some people don't like it when you do things early. When I had to pick employees up, they hated the fact I was early. "Oh, the boss man's out front." I'm doing them a favor by picking them up at their house because they don't have a car and they don't have a driver's license. "Why are you here early?" Well, because I learned something when I was 15 years old about being early. Okay. So when you've got the early system, you get yourself a basket. It's metaphorical. It's not a real basket. Okay. Eggs. Metaphorical. Eggs represent money. You want to put eggs in this basket. Okay. This basket, let's just call it your future. All right. What do you want to put in this basket? All right. Now that you understand the early system, what are you going to put in there? Equipment, friends, relationships, beliefs, processes, experience, profits from a job that you made some money on. Put it in the basket. Okay. You can call this your early basket if you want, your future basket. All right. What I put in my basket was stuff that's over here, and I'll get to in a minute. All right. Put friends and relationships in the basket. Investments that you made in the basket. I bought some land as an investment. I'm putting it in the basket. I want this basket to be heavy, full of things. Wins, experiences, time for yourself. Recharge your batteries. Put that in your basket. Pay your bills off early. Put that in your basket. Have a hobby. Put that in your basket. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. This is how I became debt free and how I paid my house off and stuff. I own everything. Get up and get going every morning. Get up early. Okay? You're putting time in your basket. I got a boss that I work for. He comes in around 8 o'clock. Yay, and he likes to come up and stop me from working and ask me stupid questions and stuff. He says, "You're leaving already? You're done?" I told him, "Yes, I'm done." I don't know why I'm done, because I got here at 6 o'clock in the morning, all right? Stuns these people. They can't believe it. Yeah, that's me, all right? It's the early system. I try to explain it to that guy, but I don't think he'd understand it, all right? Make healthy patterns in your life, okay? Good decisions. If you've got bad people in your life, people that want to come over and hang out and drink and they're not motivated to do things, they're bad with their money, get those people that make these bad decisions out of your life and get good people in your life, okay? And if you can't find good people, do it alone. Fill this basket up by yourself if you have to. Okay? It was a tough nut. I was trying to put these employees in my basket and bring them along with me, all right? Most people don't share your goals. Somebody invites you somewhere. You want to go to a baseball game. You want to go to the baseball game. You want to go enjoy that baseball game. You've been thinking about it. You've been planning it. And then you invite somebody to go. They're not going to have the same passion as you about the baseball game. They're going to say, "Yeah, I'll go. It sounds like fun. I'll get some drinks and some food and stuff. It isn't going to cost me anything. Yeah, I'll go." They're not invested in the baseball game like you're invested in the baseball game. It's a good analogy for business. All right. My employees, they didn't have the same motivations that I did. All right. Some of them were coming in for just a paycheck. Some of them were coming in for whatever reasons they may have had. They didn't make it in the basket. Learn something new. Every day you want to learn something new. I started this YouTube channel about 5 months ago. I had no idea what I was doing. Today is a 2 microphone day, all right? This is important. It's good for your brain to learn things, all right? Now I can speak a language that I had no idea how to speak before. Algorithms, all this stuff, all these new words I've learned. Only thing I knew how to do was shovel, weed eater, mowing, etc. Your goals. You can get your goals done early, all right? Get your house paid off before your 30-year mortgage is up. Do you know what the word mortgage means? Look it up. I think it's a French word. If you want to make mistakes, you want to fill your basket with mistakes. I worked for a man named Earl, and he gave me the stories about the people that he hired. And if they hadn't made a mistake, he didn't want to hire them. If the person said, "Oh, I've never made a mistake," he didn't want to hire them. He wanted people who made mistakes. And it took me a long time to realize that. You know how many mistakes I've made in my life? Well, guess what? You try not to repeat them. And if you're around people that constantly make the same mistakes over and over and over again, try to help them out if you can. Don't spend a lot of time on it because it's hard to get people to change. You get rid of them. You kick them out of your life. You say, "Sorry, but I'm doing something else with my life, and I wish you the best, and goodbye." It's in my basket right now. A paid off house, paid off land, paid off equipment, paid off vehicles, paid off stuff, trips. Put them on the credit card, pay them off early. I got cash in the bank, cash in the company accounts, cash in the personal account. I have no debt. Okay, my credit cards are paid off at the beginning of the month, not the end. Why? I don't want to pay these jokers any interest. Okay, friends. I got good friends in my basket now. For the first time, I've got like a real good core of friends. But you know what? I had to get rid of all the bad ones. The ones that wanted to come over and drink 30 beers. And they got to be God-fearing people. Okay? These relationships have to be healthy, not unhealthy. No drama. You want people that have some of the same qualities that you have. I think that about wraps it up. This is the early system. I use this early system every day of my life. It's become a muscle. I've done it over and over and over and over and over and over and over so many times that it's a part of my fabric and a part of my being. I built that muscle 14 years ago. And it wasn't easy. You know how hard it is to go pay off that truck over there? It's like a Band-Aid. You rip it off and you're like, wow, that didn't hurt. You get good at it, all right? And then it becomes a part of your personality and a part of who you are. Start showing up early for things. People will notice, well, you're here early. You want to hear that? Yeah, you got their attention. Well, this is Russell with Russell Does Stuff, and you like this kind of videos, hit the like and subscribe button, and that helps the channel out. If you got any questions, comment below. We'll catch you on the next one.